No Uzi. It ain't nothing to me. Young Tom Hardy with the movies. Act out smoothly. Mickey for the goofies.
What's something you want to say to your sister?
You're nice, you play video games with me, and you rap, and you give me presents.
She does. She's a very good sister.
Love you.
Hello and welcome to a new video. My name is Sarah and I wanted to do a video today where I just celebrate my daughter Abigail, who is 20 today. And so I'm just going to add some pictures and some video of her as she was a baby and as she grew up, and I just wanted to say a few things. So, dear Abigail, I love you. You are my heart. You always have been. I remember, as I've told you many times before, when I found out I was pregnant with you, I was so happy and so in love with you from just that moment. I was 19 years old when I was pregnant with you and 20 when you were born, and I didn't know anything about myself or the world around me, but the one thing that I really knew was that I love you. You were the cutest baby. Oh my goodness, you were so cute. Insert all the pictures. And everyone just cuddled you so much. We lived with Nana and Papa when you were first born, and I don't think that your feet ever touched the floor. Nana and Papa and your uncles all wanted to hold you all the time. And during the entire time we lived there, you didn't take a single nap by yourself. It doesn't feel like, because someone would always want to get you, snuggle up with you on the couch and take a nap. And it was just a really special time. You started speaking before you could really walk. You were just over a year old when you started forming complete sentences. It was just incredible. And as you got older, everyone would talk about how you just knew how to talk to adults from such a young age, and you loved it and you loved talking. When you started school, you loved talking so much, as a matter of fact, that you would get awards in elementary school, like best storyteller, best talker. You just loved getting to talk to people. You loved making up stories, even from a young age. You loved to write, you loved to read. You had an incredible sense of style. Everyone around you was just wearing like a t-shirt and jeans, and you did your own thing, even though it was really hard. I think you would have been way more out there if people hadn't given you so much of a hard time, but I'm so glad that you expressed yourself through fashion and just made choices that you liked, that you thought were cool. I think if you would have kept following that and not given into the conformity of middle and high school, you would probably be dressing like Phoebe from Friends.
Come on, I can throw wet paper towels here. Well, at Monica's, you can eat. No, I'm sorry, but this is allowed to happen.
At this very moment. You have always been such a giver from the time you were like 5 or 6. You would save your money, you wouldn't buy anything until Christmas, and then you'd buy people gifts. You were extremely bossy from the time you were little, and I know part of that was being the first grandchild. Part of that was probably your dad, to be honest with you, because I've never been bossy a day in my life, so we're gonna just say that you got that from him. But you were so bossy all the time, as you know. But that's kind of who you are. You've always been a leader, and I think that as you're a teenager, it's really kind of hard to believe certain things about yourself. But I want to keep telling you that you are a leader. You've always been someone who knew your own mind, and even though you had trouble trusting yourself, you still did your very best to do just that and to follow your path. And I think that that's something that I admire about you the most, that there have been so many pressures in your life to get you to do this thing or that thing, and you haven't given in. You've done what you thought was the best thing to do. And sometimes I disagreed with it, but I've always respected the fact that you've thought things over, you've been logical, and you've followed your gut. There was a time in your teenagehood when you were a little bit the worst, but nothing like me as a teenager, thankfully. But you were having just the hardest time, and it was heartbreaking. There were nights I remember sitting outside your bedroom door just praying for you with my hand against the door because you were just having such a hard time, and my heart was just with you constantly. And I think there were a lot of times when you wanted to give up and you just didn't. You just kept putting one foot in front of the other, even though it was hard, even though you didn't understand how to really get out of the way you were feeling and your circumstances, and you still kept going. And I've always looked up to you about that. I have learned more from you about how to be strong and courageous and to just hang in there when everything seems like it's falling apart. I've learned more from you about that than I have from any other thing in this world. And I just admire you endlessly, love you incredibly. Even when you were having just a roller coaster of emotions, you were always such a good friend to me. I'm so blessed because I've always had such excellent cheerleaders in my life that you have always been such an incredible encourager to me. I don't think that there's anything that you think I can't do other than sing. And I just can't tell you what that's done for me. Just that you have been in my corner, that when I've been struggling, you have always pushed me and cared for me. I can't really tell you how meaningful it's been to me to have you as a child, and it truly humbles me. You are the most loyal person that I know. I admire that about you so much. The fact that when you've decided to love someone, you just love with all your heart, and you are there for the people in your life. You have incredible friendships, and you have an incredible relationship with me and with so many other people because of the fact that you just give everything that you have. You share. You are so generous, and it's taught me a lot of really important lessons to watch you. I want to remind you that you're incredibly smart, that the fact that you are so stubborn and so smart will enable you to do whatever you want to do, because I know that you doubt yourself sometimes, and you shouldn't. You can do anything that you want. The past few years, I've seen you thrive in numerous ways, and I just want to encourage you to keep trusting yourself. Treat yourself the way you treat everybody else. Give yourself that love and affirmation and generosity that you do for everybody else, and you will continue to thrive because, girl, you are smart and you are funny and you are talented, and you can do anything that you decide to do. You just have to decide. You've got it. I thank you for always loving me. I thank you for always being there for me. I thank you for taking the time to spend with me. Whenever you move out, I'm gonna miss you like crazy, but we'll always be together. No matter what location we are, we're always going to be together because you are in my heart. I love you so much. And I'm proud of you.
I love my sister Abigail because she's super nice to me.
Me too. Is there anything that you want to wish for her?
That she has a good birthday and she gets all the presents that she wants.